be silent, one woman defied all expectations. Lü Zhi, the first woman to ever rule China. She crushed rivals, controlled emperors, and shaped the Han Dynasty with an iron will.
Some call her a brilliant strategist. Others see her as a ruthless tyrant. But one thing is certain, without Lü Zhi, Chinese history would have been very different.
Some even argue that she was just as influential, if not more so, than Wu Zetian. After all, she came first.
That's a bold claim. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's go back to where it all began.
Lü Zhi was born around 241 BCE, into a world torn by war. But her fate changed when she married Liu Bang, a man who would overthrow the mighty Qin dynasty and found the Han Dynasty.
Unlike most women of her time, Lü Zhi was educated and politically sharp. While Liu Bang fought on the battlefield, she managed affairs behind the scenes.
And when Liu Bang became emperor in 202 BCE, she became Empress Lü, the most powerful woman in the empire.
Lü Zhi didn't just rule, she secured her power. One of her first major acts, the elimination of Han Xin, one of the greatest military commanders of the time.
Han Xin was loyal to Liu Bang, but after his death, Lü Zhi saw him as a threat. She tricked him into the palace and had him executed on the spot.
She understood politics better than most, and she knew that leaving a rival alive was dangerous.
In 195 BCE, Liu Bang died, leaving the empire to their son, Liu Ying. But the real ruler? Lü Zhi.
This was unprecedented. A woman ruling an empire in a time when women had no official power? She made it happen.
She controlled the imperial court, dictated policies, and held absolute authority. Some say she paved the way for Wu Zetian centuries later.
That's possible. But unlike Wu Zetian, who declared herself emperor, Lü Zhi had to operate from behind the scenes.
Of all Lü Zhi's actions, none were more infamous than what she did to Lady Qi.
Lady Qi was Liu Bang's favorite concubine. He even wanted to make her son the next emperor instead of Lü Zhi's.
After Liu Bang's death, Lü Zhi took her revenge. She had Lady Qi's arms and legs cut off, blinded her, and locked her in a pigsty, calling her the human swine.
It was brutal, even by ancient standards. Some argue that Wu Zetian, for all her ruthlessness, never went that far.
For 15 years, Lü Zhi ruled with absolute power, placing her own family members in key positions.
But after her death, in 180 BCE, the Han nobility struck back. Her entire clan was wiped out in a violent purge.
Unlike Wu Zetian, whose dynasty survived after her, Lü Zhi's rule ended in bloodshed. So, let's ask the question, was Lü Zhi as influential as Wu Zetian?
Lü Zhi was the first. Without her, a female ruler in China might never have seemed possible.
But Wu Zetian ruled in her own name and reshaped China's government for generations.
That's true, but Lü Zhi was operating in a far stricter patriarchal world. Her ability to seize power despite those restrictions is what makes her remarkable.
Fair point. But what do you think? Was Lü Zhi China's true first female ruler? Or was Wu Zetian ultimately more influential? Let us know in the comments. If you love stories of powerful women in history, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more.
Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more stories of the women who shaped China's past.